akakraka betima hwim medin nyina be guchina oboa wo hu bi sa bi pa no nya wo dia intimi jagu okra wo hu na meye ba ko dia mamu both Kotoko and House of Folk ask se ba ko ba na de tie nie mi rom na fe maka so mon polosia ha Mr. France apia Kenin Town ha UK baba ya ramono mo se me ko mani mabusua no mo na mo se do boy masane for the bongo de tie nie Yawura weekend our week 21 of the Ghana Premier League. The TNA Yenya House of Folk on Saturday. Sunday mom when it became Akwati will be Anshabi Karela Tenafie our Liverpool Sports Stadium Shebako Ho United and to me anti Ghost Stars Etrebe Beni Dance Park was Sodro Oblast Ekabako went to me anti elsewhere. Ewo Doma Osajibu Park Adriana Anshabi Samotes and to me Anshabi Basketball Stars Eshemienu Bekum Chelsea and to me anti Young Apostles Kotra when Chief Sports Complex Eshemiensa you have been wonders as be omu antumi antibie enra amenka wo say games bi na di ka to bia weekend mu dia ye nya nation so tifie our Dr. James Sports Complex abrankase ehemienu mediama the league leaders ati kanu bako pando out of lion trashi Kotoko kamiensa chesem de deja kabako a Kotoko etumeti ye Lion 3 Kotoko 1 enya nya vision so oni Dreams FC about 2 way any week 21 results are etimi APM mamenka wo say week Action so say to breaking na yes sorry I'm a news team I take it over right after that na the hottest show we are singing our repairful to aba abetua so at the amamo said they die no seated a sports lawyer baba isa obekom ewo enkrofo aman so baba akwaba menim say ohoye de yes if you boko
kaka weekend na weekend a lot of travels and so
yeah na boy nkomo kakra grand finale e wo Wimbledon Open no no
Alcaraz Australian Open winner for the first time the youngest man to win it so no you be super our winning Grand Slam and the very tennis won come over
the one man wanted to miss me TB say Michael Carrick you confirm no also player be no the neighbor
report say Michael Carrick a fan of Marcus Rashford nti that story na say Michael Carrick ya wie na Sama United a confirm say or a permanent manager there obepe say Marcus Rashford will be adwuma ama United
o say me makada na every day megu so repeat say Ivan Toney or the best also free Triple League when
Ivan Toney no nature say there were a lot of players in the Saudi Premier League say those players to Premier League they will play and Wakanda Nyafe and Osabeka
Mame Diet Opamican home komoka cry
of our report say Diet Opamican again didn't start until Bayern Munich and reach agreement for contract extension onya salary increments na yes Ogusua Ultra Madrid say Madrid and they offer the bar for ono Diet Opamecano.
One Laporta need Deco then also.
One Laporta say obo Deco abaso. Situation at Barcelona woman a difficult situation. Name no emfa no. Where team I receive a lot of money for the club by signing some good players for the club.
We have very something special.
Yes, I know. Liam Rusina, Chelsea manager, he's winning, and I say team knows something special. Or João Pedro Copama, or Liam Delap, or the bulldozer, Moiseska said, or Chelsea, or something special in the team.
Yeah, Liverpool and Eddie, young platform so Jeremy Jacquet.
Yeah.
Then as ye
offer Jeremy Jacquet, I cannot say me or Yakoda, Obekaya Arsenal Kono in the summer. Bondio nimbopa na kodano sika Liverpool de mano Chelsea or far same akodano se Chelsea no omo Jose champion biti bench omo san frɛ omo player momo dusa efi Strasbourg se on sign red team no opeba bi okwa otena bench no obenya biabo nti Jeremy Jacquet choose Liverpool nti anopeya na edwoda obey ne medicals na fe you see the confirm so player man Liverpool
yes Liverpool they dream bolo na 23
oh say Liverpool no differently on say transfer negotiation no say koye
yes
on masho boy in say oba no differently obenya chance in the team
then I see Milan medical team ni mu
Milan medical doctors ni bi anopay ebe England report says Jean-Philippe Mateta ni koto dweno ombehwe na fe medical samasho se de ebeko
fameko
Nico Slotterbeck player ama BVB Borussia Dortmund na say now is 6 points and that I'm on a Bayern in term they have to believe so mbitimaje the Bundesliga
yebeda sports lawyer say yeba more and what they ka ho ewo amanone yebewie na yaba abeka efie enkomo kakra week 21 of the Ghana Premier League ebra mediama league no dankan olusu no na kotoko enso twefa na bo ewo pandu kotoko nso kodi nkugo na yahwe aduana draw no na haso foko nso draw coaches no akasa yede mu nkomo no de beba anopai na ohunu ne etodwa ewo week 21 no emu na wahwe date die ene afi baako pepepepepepepepepe nipa bonifo bi eje Francis ya Frempon dodo na afre ne pole kotoko supporter kese pa gene nkwa fi ne nsem all in the name of football 3 points keke sebe wa gene nkwa fi ne nsem jano panama kan sem bi sese wo fie mpo no obi ba na mebo wasomu a kauda ne tum na ko o ma ne bo wasomu wa bon free okun so wa kun kwa nti ane kotoko se justice delay justice deny ya mo hwe sa lumba nyom ne mame olaki du besu no bo bi na me kai reggae for ba ko so bo bi
no we bo kotoko supporters
o we da odi abo kotoko supporters
ne management
o we de bo sa de
Ghana had there sometimes unisika ya na ya mi fi sen ka banam ka yenya asem no puma sibire nya sana mo kana puma sibira enkeye pa actually what are the supporters doing
na baba they make us say wonya judge no lawyer wo be yedai
pressure na be company for no so no bit ma trigger
baba wunim
asem no o ma fa ho o ma ye intentem nya hu ba bia asem no isiwo supporters no de hia omo eno so meku
baba we die we kwa die
the Kotoko fans must wake up
make us a Kotoko supporters
Simon Ting
ade bia baba no so me obaka ya e ba ya asem no osunwane bia no mafaka
ya mumu group
no maba
obaka ya yenwe wa kuma pim na beka ya oni asanka the boysman amotisi abonten ye ba kono no what are the circles leadership doing
mame ma nkomra ho na ode
what are they doing
oba ye behwe media we pa de ho de menhye dan ko ne mom ade ameka ne in short say eda polema ne be ye that the way bia nya me betua nipa okunu ka
I know
da me asemo de bia metaka se obi de bia wo supru na nya me tua o ka to wadwene se wakuni pa na wi wafa ho di ensa bi suso mu a sansa na nya me betua mo ka abrante ana bonini ni trim oko support the club keke just in the name of 3 points yakuno amagana yenemu ni pakro enka na asem ni na asem yatimai mu didi waja ire ne mma wa akire yanku yenim yebaba ena yenya 4 Ghanaian coaches abako piem ewo Wolves yebaba dia be hwadwumadi a omo ekodi ewo ho this and many more ena no pay yede ebrewo ya adwene live on Oyerepa Radio on Facebook Oyerepa Radio on Facebook o comment ne ba ntemu a yebeje bre na ya kenkan ede amount na baba ko ba wi a kanjen ewo ha ensuo no se mpaye bi ne hyemu se yedenyu we numa no wakane de wo ha ayares ade ne nwonwon kanjen ibidi honkomo ti e baba na baba yisadien akọ aba oba de aka no ena dos baba
over
yankomra
enti anopay yamo special good morning na yamo akwaba Oyerepa 100.7 FM live on Oyerepa TV in Kofun Crossing and yede so and anopay some na de a dozen de disefata se uche na utie and yede sum walk tikiti mam polibi and ewo mu a akan suo yanom akan bunu pa anopay ye tue bo set no emra ye confirm mununu nyina ama wo live on your Facebook page or Oyerepa TV Ghana, Oyerepa Radio, Oyerepa TV Ghana, Oyerepa Radio Shana commenti na me ba ofabetu no wase akinken nyina ama sede se ene sede efata boshaba electricals ejenchi yerensam no eba afe high sense se minkancho na bibianko ye emfa ema sense high sense de yenimomum omne manom aye papa mekomu nyina wansem achew anopay mamensa se emfi odi opinum eno aye Australian Open na Carlos Alcaraz onim se oni Novak Djokovic and a call finals na highlights no and a da a report TV no so when JB and ne anopay na mamin fan to jam for the first time or say na brabomum or no etimi awene something special you rent me feed the biarada and your Carlos Alcaraz or yeah the youngest man to win the Australian Open na Novak Djokovic or say Ukrainian onya a lot of screaming na Osaka say Ukrainian Carlos Alcaraz akodano he's already a legend Oshem Emotimba oti abot ni tennis afe ni technique our tennis ruma a super abot nabaso for winning his first Australian Open Novak Djokovic osi onim se nyankopon boa next year obey back Australian Open bia onim Carlos Alcaraz ose Ukrainian the man is a great tennis superstar na omunyina esua a lot from Novak Djokovic Rafa Nadal or say way a tournament obeka say wahu a lot of stars ewom ema nani jam esense that be crash omuni wa wonbo nkoda ombetim ashoma na na fe amaye adwuma ede anwomom Australian Open Novak Djokovic ya kan sebe wade makomako edu Rafa Nadal aje mionum na Roger Federer aje ensiam na Roland Garros no onim se Novak Djokovic aje miensam Rafa Nadal aje makomako edunai 14 times and afe Roger Federer aje bakom Wimbledon Novak Djokovic aje enso and Rafa Nadal atime aje mienum na oko Roger Federer so ya waje enwotwe ano eye Wimbledon Australian Open meka wasem ete acho US Open no enai na Novak Djokovic etime aje Rafa Nadal etime aje enai na Roger Federer etime aje enum na ATP Tour Finals 7 ako ama Novak Djokovic anafe enwotwe ako ama Rafa Nadal ensiam na Roger Federer ensa etime ka Olympics no Roger Federer abusiam wono komwa na isa on GB and Rafa Nadal and so waje bakom and bakwako ama Novak Djokovic I don't sem to anim ewo dwumade no so na oko Cincinnati no ma na isa Cincinnati no miensam and akọ ama Novak Djokovic Rafa Nadal etime ate bakom and afa Roger Federer and so etime ate miensa ye don't sem to anim and anope Carlos Alcaraz reaction after winning the Australian Open and all competing a first in his career Grand Slam yenti nsama odi etuga.
You know, it's a great feeling. Complete the career Grand Slam was something that was on my mind. You know, every time that I come in here to Australia, I just made the precision just with mind into this tournament to try to work as hard as I can and to be as well prepared as I can. You know, to play this tournament and trying to get a trophy. In the previous year, I haven't gone, you know, in a good way. I'm really happy that I just pushed myself to be better and you know, finally came this year. As I said before, tennis can change just 1 point. 1 point, one feeling, one shot can change the whole match completely. So first I was, I think, played great. I was hitting the ball well. I was moving well. I think, or I would say, I played well at first set. But you know, in front of me, I had a great and inspiring Novak, which was playing great shots. So in the second set, I think the first game he made a few easy mistakes that he hadn't had in the first set. So that gave.
Nti anopay eno Australian Open offer open highlights the ball you highlights na fe me
boss ya kebeka so opon
from akoda no wo energy our technique and a super. Bossaba electricals and opeko nekoje chandelier lights, corner light, wall light, garden light, iron, and a bedside lamp. Open LED light, 3-watt copem, 24-watt LED light, color blue and also white, and open the edition there, LED fly light, CCTV cable, after CCTV cameras outdoor, the other one saying, and after the other ball inside, meaning I will say can be standing fan oriented GB, and Bossaba electrical standing fan be open, the one who that you who the bra, now open beam, estimate at digital video recorders, 12-volt adapters, all kinds of solar lamps, and in accessories. Here was solar standing fan in stock. Over to be a cotton, pemakumako, and an estimate atom, original certified cables, no, and 1.5 mm, 2.5 mm, 6 mm, 10 mm, 4 mm, and that's a 16 mm. Energy Summon Energy Commission of Ghana, Aje Edi Adum PZ on the KJT market no and a D enemy Adum Bossaba Plaza Prisons runabout and a Adum Heya PZ and Theatre for Dynamo or 0322 0308 38 0536 095 966 03 0536 095 966 TikTok Instagram bossaba.electricals na fe wa hwene ma na de open them na watwa na fe odia to de be ma ye ko Spain na fe ye tin komam was Spain Cristiano Ronaldo abusuam yese anonso refuse say abebom edi ama anasa ningina monom dissatisfied with management of the club on it management no mentime ho say ewo wo montem and a reporter if you eba and I'm pay Bayern Munich amane diet of Pemecano latest and say yaka say anya gesa amatimim and no akọ agreement amonko benkromo eti contract no anya gesa diet of Pemecano etimi I stand day ama Bayern Munich esikasem and na ama adiana yaka say a hoti on report etim sa Bayern die onya tima obeba Madrid na ope opesa obo Real Madrid bokorom enti otwan say Madrid at the offer ebetimi aba Federico Valverde a player ama Madrid or say are you happy with Enra and Modimba Madrid etimi edana die or show commitment afe amu work hard na oka at the ache Madrid fans say the season is not over. Galatasaray Sport Club wonim say Madikan abe story na ama say Galatasaray Sport Club nya line up Messi from Inter Miami amu epe yase amu shase store amu din kabam say line up Messi amu sam ebetimi akan guy bill or say okay emra uko kosi akan ema Tottenham Spurs osi akan ema Real Madrid na oka amu bia te say odo ekoya ani Jose Mourinho afa so eye adwuma Mourinho eye coach bia obo push very hard emra oni ye adwuma Tottenham Spurs no osua a lot na Alvaro Arbeloa onom ana se ake say there oye coach ema Madrid na obom ati etia Valencia the next game without Jude Bellingham and after Vinicius Junior enya yellow card emra and were suspended for the next game and Jude Bellingham so abusiam when a hamstring enti on to be second I say this is Madrid the player bia obese Jason I was say otimi deliver Emma Madrid after Senra Ote Rayo Vallecano I sent 2-1 after the game or in the same way and a 2-1 Alvaro Arbeloa.
No, I think it was a victory in which the players put in a lot of energy and heart. It was a win that obviously required the help of the crowd, and without that push, it probably wouldn't have come. I think we did enough to have scored earlier with Kylian's chance or Camavinga's, and well, I'm satisfied with the effort the players made in the end with that final push. I know it wasn't an easy match, and they got it done against a very difficult...
Na game no day. I'm a boy against a difficult side. One Laporta, a bo Deco Abaso. I say Deco no Ukrainian I sporting dieta. Emma FC Barcelona complicated situation and a Barca in Pempe Ningamonum this general transfer window what team arrest 9.5 million euros as a revenue and the Emma club na a plus at the Emma FC Barcelona na Barca for consider say Femin Lopez na there that team be abeso biribra so kofitem enti amontina ho Emma team be for Femin Lopez and fanon kom amon Femin Lopez 18 come amana improve contract now if you extend at the Emma club no Lamine Yamal according to Barca penny for no pay HM said yeah he's back again na Pubegia no aye ohawa na ha kodanina eni obiem Pablo Barrios and afi Marcos Llorente Nyankopon boa game on Thursday 2 plus entime ensiakan na yo Atletico di Madrid no player onim say Ademola Lookman ebedu Madrid kromom na afi wa medicals assign at the ama team no ofi Atalanta akoya juma ama Atletico di Madrid #transfer deadline day na uko Edison so ya ono aye midfielder Emma Atlanta Edison transfer deadline day #transfer deadline day and also etimi awrama okoye juma ama Atletico di Madrid here something na Emma 50 million euros fee and amutua ede Emma Atalanta ewo Serie A yanko England na fe yanin komo ewo England and anopay na abusiam 2025 from Hisense omoyimu ede edi juma na omujuma die so a womudi yenom no kranie esomani enedi obi ajatum se Hisense nemanom na eye papa omso mafinsia pa na omosanka ede achemsa fi 2026 aya fia omonemu na edi juma na abom enti ose ko Hisense so ye abusuafom se ebia eye condition na wo patwa appliances papa Hisense MLB abusuan ujade ho to nemo nyina fa fi Hisense amaso ye air conditioner open the jan open split 1.5 horsepower 2.5 ningina on say can be our Hisense I may say air conditioner fridges iron ya ningina obetom edi efi wo ma so every prices for every day na abusian 0503 550000 0302 550000 na wa from Hisense na bia koye edi amamiko England na fe ya team come out England and play and 27 a player Emma Manchester City he can't just stop scoring now na I say momentum na wanyam our Manchester City no opesa otoaso still amodia amabam muye amufi sam until see we English Premier League no obia anywhere what the English Premier League Chelsea offer higher salary for Fermin Lopez but Barca force Fermin Lopez there yenda manu nkoba bia is up to the boy sa obaji sikakese e Chelsea no fi Barca abaya juma ede ama Chelsea na say obetena Barcelona na fi waje ketwa emra ne nkrabia na beche multi transfer window na Jeremy Jacquet onim se makacho and manner of fire in intro no or the two him sa boy na eba Liverpool na onim se akudai Chelsea dinetia Chelsea I recall Mamadou Sarr from Strasbourg and just a tampon ho and to officer mention a young talented center back with Mamadou Sarr and afi just a tampon mepe sa meya jumam and the ama Liverpool medicals bekoso #transfer deadline day na fe was signed at the ama Liverpool bobo konom was Chelsea team nom it was something special and yet Liam Rosina after the weekend day oko 2 goes down ebeteteka enya the winner game nom.
My biggest learning is there's a spirit and a fight and a resilience in this group that I really like. I've demanded from first day of stepping in. We don't have many training sessions, but we spoke about reacting positively to setbacks. We've spoken about reactions to losing the ball, pressing, energy, intensity. All of that was there in the second half, which wasn't there in the first half. I don't put that just down to the changes I made. It's very difficult. We've had so many games in a short space of time. I was fearful of the lack of energy, and not energy or lack of application, but I felt like decision making was really poor in the first half.
Zami Redknapp akasa afa Mikel Arteta Pep Guardiola and afa Unai Emery weekend Mikel Arteta Ewene Pep Guardiola and some team about 2-2 with Tottenham Spurs and Unai Emery Tifio Emma Brentford I want 10 men and some Ekabakwa I meant to be anti Jeremy Redknapp in 70.
Mikel Arteta would have been at home this afternoon watching the two games and thinking fancy Villa to beat Brentford. They didn't, and he'd probably see the second half thinking 2-0, this could be 5-0. He'd be opening a nice bottle of Rioja tonight because this is it. I think this is a title done now for Arsenal, and I think they could go on and win it by 8-10 points. I'd be amazed if they don't. They've got the players. They've been getting their own way lately. I think they've been getting a little bit anxious. The crowd, the connection between the two of them. The manager gets a little bit uptight, and I think that transmits to the players. But I think now they can start to relax a bit, and I'll.
Now, offer minimal details kakra about Jeremy Jacquet. 60 million euros plus 12 million euros in bonuses. Na akodano abasa enfie maku enum na 1 year no option. Obabatsna na next season wa join Liverpool na Julian Alvarez player Emma Atletico de Madrid Diamante chemse Arsenal forum etiteche amani abrepa se de tebia osem amutimi fa Julian Alvarez na fe abaya djuma edi Martin Mikel Arteta se noni Maduake and afe Gabriel Martinelli amo step up and motibonum and kakran prejat mum William Saliba se pay young Camo Biante se Arsenal epesa amoji trophy bia wom afi Bukayo Saka update and afi noni Maduake update Mikel Arteta and to draft as well say least 4-0.
Well, very, very happy, obviously. A very impressive performance, a very impressive result. And in the context that we've done it, we knew about the difficulty of the game and the opponent that we're facing with the recent form and the style of play that they have at the moment, the energy that stadium brings.
Why was started Brian in Bemo and I say Odin Kudim El Fulham so starting as a striker in Chimuno.
I think he's got an eye for goals, Brian. He's got his movement's really good, his combination play as well as the threat in behind. I think it was just a really good mix for the first two games and carried it on a little bit today. So it's we got options.
Ivan Tony said, "Your place our Saudi League, remember Premier League, Wama Abebo, and what's in the Medici, my fan to just say Juventus, our Italian, I must say Jeremy Boga from Nisa, Obey Juma, Ama Wamo, and I say Oko Juventus head of football, Jojo Chiellini, Nasuya, or sending an Okreda, say Amope, Maro Icardi, and your reporter, Eka Yensa, and Anope, Fenerbahce say Amunya happy cry with the choir Atalanta. 4 fast to delay with Ademola Lookman Nico Slotabek say omutimi Bundesliga no emano inti anopay yenya so na yemfa nkofo nkroso nsem no emfa ensi anopay chemana lazwa ma yencha watanse dendende okay we chiao anopay wonfred owusu enafe NS Diodu omo wa ha inti meja dia mo fana fe omo ne Kangen Energic drinking water omo din komo ye de asi.
Okay, yana sports lawyer ase Kwame eni adwoa ti me prefer no Kwame ni adwoa abranti bitimachi wa wose Kwame ni adwoa ho abranti bitimachi wa wose sanko sadino timse bia tine kuma abuza makaba yeah we dey momo enkomo kakra Kangen.
Yeah, that's na ye chia ye tie phone so anopay ye sorry ye jai ye chichi yes ye ho kama abetina radio su ko ye nwuma so na ye nipadua no ne ye organs ni mu no edien so na ekodi hodwuma na se ekosiesie ho no amaye eno ntina anopay ye topic no eye the column cleansing and effects of Kangen water ye kan na ye ka se Kangen Jumedia ediboa yen column no na ye bebusa so bebusa se column no kra ye den column no ye large intestines yen kase yen suno no kase a ewo mu no juma edi na juma edi ne se absorb ensuo sense so wudidi na aduane ne digest yes that is the column and I show you TV no so no there way left side ne unhealthy column that is a column we no enya healthy how abem anasa infections and I be abem and a healthy one and also now him emu ye clean bibia enim unlike the other one no na column no dwuma yɛ ni sɛ absorb ensuo efiri aduane a yɛdi mu form stool ɛna afei so remove waste from the body sɛnka yɛdi di aduane no ya digest area body na trim minerals no efiri mu no de aka na yɛ waste no sa column yi na eyi firi hɔnom na se column no entimi andi cha dwumadie na e wo se edi na eno na enuane na na se waste ni build it up in the body and as the system na afei abeda ne toxics and as the constipation abama constipation ye say wo yem etim aha obo on makọ toilet osi ne yem etim ntimi nko eye say wanye nsu anoma na say column no entimi anye dwuma wo say di na na e build up na so onya constipation so ade ye ba kon say editi awe ba na so bon so skin no na abreak na rashes aba ho na ye hwe kanjin edwuma edibo yen column no say what is kanjin water a type of water ye de Kanjin machine and the process I did say electrolysis and a pie and so mumienu na afe achemumienu ma acidic water any alkaline water and no nama and so na be alkaline ni honindro ahemuma that is rich in minerals and I say ahonindro ahemuma and afe nso ni so be microcluster as nso na ni wasusa etimi bo rain padua na akwa bia enti senka column a block and I say infection and I say cholesterol abuild the column ni ma entimi nkwana na say waste abuild up our column ni ma entimi enyin free column ni mu no kanji ntimi bo wura honum eyiyi sa fina na sa anyoma na abuild up ni nyina efrim ama column ni be ye free from other things waste any kwan ya embo ni peduan na afa so enso ni antioxidant ye kasa na say eboa enso ni bo ni peduan ma ni fe obo ma ya ni jira na ye kan age chrewa unjindi because esan say ni peduane ni age no uhia ni peduane kra echen age no wanyini chen ni age na wose wonya but onya kanji nsuo na eboa ni peduano ema ni peduane ahu apomudin sonko so a eboa ni peduane ma edi dwuma e wose edi ye brightness edi bi be kan ho na afa why demonstrations so ye wo video bi a ye pese bon bebo ama ye na ansa na bon bebo npache ye bebo ye numbers no ama etiefo sanse bia na obi e pe number npache number ne 0241 449191 0241 449191 and a 0507 379474 abra ayebra and the edb so account
well pacho beto so e dey free ha ye hwe e kanjin energy drinking water e bia ya make say before say ubedidi and I say wonya adwane di sometimes humanity e be fe didi anajo ye didi tam edidi kra wrong na ni nyina ne say udidi wi a inso be na wonom wadi anwa adwane awie no say yenwa ni nyina fa anwanko a enti ni nyina ne say de bia no udidi a so hu nsu a wonom enye nsu bia keke de bia kanjin adwuma edi enti nkofo say dru da bi kanjin enya dru na emum nam obo ade nwane nu a ahye moment no na boa ma say adwumadi a edi no etimi soronko nti na ma kanjin edam soronko e Ghana ha no san say yensuo na yeyisu no nam say ye ni true ye true electrolysis nti eboa ma nsuo no be electrolyte nam obo ade nwane nu a ahye mu kina nti na ma nsuo no saa awade a edi ma ye hu nti ye behwe yesu a say no say before say obenu nsuo no unse acidity a we ni padwam eboro so a ano oden ana se bi ni ni padwam so a ano oden nti se be ya obenya nsuo a be ma oni padwa no etima ye perepere yo ana ebe balance u pH no ama ahoden etimi aba no pacho ye wo pH tester e wo ha side way se uwo bia ba bia wo bia nsuo a wonum bia no obetimi atesti ama wo nsuo kura o so onum nti anope ye de be so nsuo mienu a ye hwe agumi unze ye hwe nsuo mienu wa ha nti ye behwe nsuo no nsuo a o so onum nti ebiri ka hwe ada waters no nti ye hwe ada waters na uhwe se de nsuo na eni ase na aye yellowish aye yellowish nti ye hwe kanjin so uhwe kanjin so a usogu a timi se obi nkyerɛ nsuo a o so onum we kura no kakra mpun nti eno no e wo se uhu nsuo onu we balance u pH no ena chew acidity o ni paduam balance no ama periperi yo etimi ayadwuma o ni paduam abra udi udwuma soronko no wetimi enya hoden soronko ededi udwuma sanse yade o ya pa enam senti no yenwa na yedie ene yensu eno enam chemicals akoye nsom ne yenwa ni munti ene ye fruit and vegetables na ye te kra gise de duo hye ye fruit ene ye vegetable wo kote pe kra gise o de duo she amango ji say do she tomatoes ji say o de do she ansana wetimi ai de etimi di enam say ye pentem ade ye hunti no ye ntwem ma enua no entimi ensettle ana 2 ye nsase na enam say chemicals na de gu nsase so ama asase na senti no enen kan na first umfichire utimi dwa ntos ementos etimi boma otidi first no umfichire utimi dwa nyadoa nyadoa ebre ema otimi tidi ba ne opa dwa ntos o umfichire emfa opa dwa nyadoa umfichire emfa opa dwa gene umfichire emfa bo se obedua no bo se enyini na enuaba na de ewu ewo dua no so edibe na ama na ba chemicals na ye isua o ensase ne so no emmoa emma aduane anase udua de a ntimi enyini ye se de o se enya no nti unya kangen energy drinking water no ma boy yi sa chemicals na ekọ enipadwam nyina no etimi afrim sanse enipadwa oyi se ensipia ene ha dwen pa ana ebio so ye hwe ye 3 properties na adwadi kan bo so na unse ye alkalinity ana edikan unse so na purely alkaline purely alkaline ana ye microcluster na ye se ensuo no enam se ensuo no eni wasisenti no etimi ebowura ye mogya mu se ye mogya se bibi o ma ensuo ye nom no ebia ne se ye ba be ye dem no ha ensuo ye nom no entimi enko mogya nim directly enti unya kangen enma ye hwe ensuo no na se ye hwe ensuo na ye hwe wi no enti ni na se ye be dika e de oye na aguwe nim ye de gum wi a na se wohu de o se mi pa cho ni na se ye be hwe oye ne kakra so aguwe nim na se ni na se nya ni na ni mienu na wa ha enti ye be dika ahwehwe ensuo no aguma ahwade enti ensuo ni ba ko ni nse uhwe wi a enti anane no se ye no ajof ofie ye no anwamu ofie a nso uwie da ase no ana save na udi nso guma se de ni nso ne betai ni no sa pepepe na ye di anwa aduane wie na se ekubie yem na enya chilled water enoma dwumadi asia na di enti eno enam so ebema emoja no etimi akrot emma entimi emfro yie san se anwa no asisi moja anim enti ye kangen energy drinking water so nse ohwe na anane eboa emma moja edi afurisa ne o ni padwa mu emmo ma sa ne ma se bibiti se me nantem na se titriti ntimi entre me nsam da nanyi ye me honam na bas enye bibia ntia ebia obeda no enam adwane a wudi ye bia meka se wakoto what is ye chilled pa wanya chilled water etimi anom ama wodi ada woda wie na no anopa na wasa abo chilled water enti uimaje se obodi no bewie no benya hoode ana da bi ni nyane se uboa ama constipation etimi afru system mu uboa ama colons no etimi afanse wo ewo unipadua mu ama enema nyina etimi kama se ni nyane se wanya nsupa anom na wanya adwane pa ani a emwa emma o system no entimi emfanse wenti anopei ebia obi etika mu obi na obi jobi sto anim nyina se yemfa number ne santu 0241 44 91 0241 44 91 me pacho unse wodi anwadwane awie no na ebia unya kangi ni binum ye yenhwe se ebia oba back to kangina yenhwe se ebia se unya na wudi no ene sa nyama ni nan ebetimi asa back to ayi a onhwe unse etimi asa na ne kamantini nyan se wodi sa anwadwane na se wodi wanum ada watasina no opese oba back to kangina ana se wo sha ase anum kangina enema nyina ebetimi afro system mu ama enema nyina etimi aye kama ntini nyina se obepe kanji ni bianom na wato akofie ama busuani nyano botimi enya bianom ama enema nyina etimi aye kama ntini nyina se ebio se udi dwumadie sonku bi ofie na opese oto party ana oye warden eye na abafie ede na oye opese ede oseka logo ebo isuo no ho a mepacho ofre empanyifo a omo ne obedin se woso na enema nyina no etimi aye kama ede ama ntini nyina se pe kanji ni binom na emmo busuani nyina adwa.
Okay. Kakra me de be count is say ye weda na wiema yenunu tinkrofo bebre enum nso but no kwasem say you don't have to feel thirsty before you drink water. Ini kwasem so komode wansa na wanum nso esan say enso ebo nipadua no manipadua ne di dwuma pi enti yanchan ema nso komo no num nso e wa bra nso komo num na columns ene ne organs no nso enya ahoden e di dwuma e wo say edi anope ye das
na me hwamo na onyam kase enti momoden na tobi kofie na tobi kogu na koton na kangen de ensu papa anu na ye nyina ye no medical ba ko ye wi a de ba ko besan apie so ene yesem kakra oho ye twan ho abaye ba na Solomon Carter the first part no e de aba na e bi wi a me so me the second one abeto aso danger akwa ba And now some headline in Temna, also Carlos Acas for Nabetrasini, Makekar of Conwa. Now, you're for him.
Oh, Opa. Say Yako weekend aba.
Sure.
A lot has happened. Kotoko 4 Kaina Napoli. Kotoko 4 Kaina Napoli.
Francis Yafrempong.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Poli.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm say Afinia, he was brutally murdered. Na no omo any edi hunkoma. Yes, you be man kofonzo so edi bi. Nti eno so wo hono mo. And Karim Zito say they prepared for the game. They seriously prepared for the game, including set pieces, and yet they considered set pieces goals. And also, yeah, and also how much I know who has more voice or Ebaman for.
So prepare for the.
Or see, I'm prepared for set pieces. And I set pieces soon as share woman. Okay. I know who hold mine also. Okay. You know, did the man say the chain for bar say on the ball a counter attack, almost sit back, no book, almost counter, and a mamma dinya draw no. But how okay. How supporters been say a friendly match and boy.
Friendly match between Has and
Bichim.
Okay.
Almost see Bichim. The last 9 matches, Umunya 1 point to cry away. And then now money has it, Umunya 1 point. Now Bichim Abua Asibu has twice. Into do bless it, not has so. Nanko no Umunya crank at 3 points. Nina.
I'll be worry. So,
Uncoyesa, Babam Danin. Say, we back with Siena, Umukofi no copy become one. I just say. Omo de akoto yi kakra na de etete se sana nipa bi mu nim no score line no nti omo so e de sankwan kakra fine nti wa hu amfa nye wa de na je no and de wa oh yeah na ko phone score line no has ni be chim de according to her supporter no aye ni dim komo no de no mummy no not add ya to me say excuse no mama you save bechem na omudi nkomo no wie no nipa bi no so anim ebete ye be hu arrangement no e no mo so de kosa ankwan omudi ko fikese ai but some say from fikese
investment house
ha e no mo de ko investment na me BBC no omo ma ye ntiu e si wi ansa ye na minim twa de na se ko de nkan ne nkan nyina anka e kura se ko be ya ma me visa se ko be ya o se ko be so eti esi ko for the sankwan pa se GF ni ye interested again we ka omo ni nko ho na mo na mo de form ko mo nya yi na nti ende na te se na ofa o se ye wa fidie bi ye se no ye friend krokofin ko se krokofin ko afidie bi sa o se ye wa fidie bi sa ye se ni mu ye kire yi konofin ko eni mu ye kire yi
konofin kono kasa na ye fidie sa sa na afidie se afidie bi sa na ne din bi eni mu chiwo o se eni mu ye kire yi okay
ye information che se sa afidie ni bi e da hodo ma etetezito
konofin kono afidie no
etichen
o to ko bi ato dito ekwan na no
o mo se afiom pese on bo Africa Africa no so ye di competition menu Ghana ha ene ye di bo a league
na
FA. Okay. Now league, it seems like Midiama has taken an unassailable lead. Lead. And to say, if it is an unassailable lead there, that is Zito need any choice than to destroy Ediana Kosiada. And to Sarah, maybe a Monday and a papa this time, maybe a not Konofinicono. Na so after the home
that was it
na we dey a good news GFA omo punish Gazali we no omo dey Nico Wales
no me emra ne punish no so no nim say ebesi
so say
the family story na so dey was me tribaro no say coach ya try so no one na say no
omo dey Nico Wales
yeah so ko
yeah
obosi okoba obosi bi
ko fo me raise issue say na kasa ka omo dey twe na so say ne oyeye ni ntino opportunity we aba na so ne oyeye ni ntie ma ne nkobat ebirum so argue say yes na ya double jeopardy on say already no national fine no nti say wokasa wasa de nso koka ho a but a generative discussion media space no kakra
ko mane meto aso
ai wo nti nsem no de no pay ye di bi aba
me da say danger man say akwaba
fam joso
Zach kwaba
tino
yes
ya ko de
ready adum
they are carry here
anodi o
say no say Zach opa chewo because amorim ko ni da bi ni small kan de na just say oni gidi o carry kimu because oye ya
coach bia anya interim ade a we
no carry kimu ni second interim ni o first interim mobile no so pa or the cleaner in the call ya but we probably am say the akasifo no chobi a on respect to crowd just say wa kon wa she hodum na and he has gotten Kobmenu playing. And look, the only Carrick has gotten Kobmenu playing. And no quite enough for anybody in Manchester United.
Sir,
Liverpool so yana.
Oh, in your bad. For the yes.
Exactly. On Sabramon, the word consistency na na fa na agro but enya agro.
Yapa.
Ya mbemu enyi.
Debi.
Amban komunum na amban hihye nu ma na is a breacher.
Tell me. The reason why I had consistency no Liverpool season way obi a ope onya. Liverpool as a team no. Senior omo no for the past 8 years omo past 8 9 10 years omo no kakra we say under Klopp and a slot be edibe na Salah was the finishing end to the Liverpool game. So Liverpool started say the ball if you chere the bar the Oriama Liverpool no
go aba no
na Salah omo no maka no support no Mani Firmino na bi fifi baby bi abekaka ho sisemu man ni Firmino no mu ko enyi omo ka ebeka ho no still Salah has always been the finishing end. And so what the long balls, the diagonal balls, either from Alisson, from Van Dijk, from saying Arnold or Henderson. Ebia do na ko wie Salah so. Mpacho so ati ase. And then there is a certain Ekitike, there is a certain Ishak. Salah is now leggy. Salah has obviously lost his legs. Salah will not play the next 2-3 seasons for Liverpool. We a coach, we a team, our focus now is on how to get Ekitike and Ishak playing. And he almost so once for those long balls, those diagonals. No, you have to use your midfielders to get the ball to them at the final third of the field. No, for them to produce results. No, at the mount. And now says science no air banasa air cost one intino. The results will be patchy. We a Liverpool supporter say what you that is what they need to be told. Every Liverpool supporter must be told this. Okay. The results will be patchy. And this one is Salah. And they want to tell him to a provider than the scholar because even against Newcastle, chances be it is not Salah. It is clearly unlike Salah.
But okay, that's it. We live a party into no say money di uremu.
Oh, metenase.
What said you offered Nagasa?
Metenase what the part where he's talking about the transition of Liverpool, you know, omunya time. But danger ona ohana kasa. Omo mutesro no. Omo obe omo anka omo waso.
Ijanu so sadia.
Liverpool spend almost over 400 million pounds.
Fantastic.
To start their transition. Consistency is a must. Over big club on so yen matrama kwe yen so ha me say old school no na boys no 10 be say set ya bomuye what you say
yes
yen na eti ase maybe o chine bi emba biem eno na slot ye na age ne nkwa no e set ye no bomuye papa
eno odidi ho
eno no odidi ho no what you say enu no odidi hu no as the first one no ejabem e kire ye din ma Liverpool supporters nya ho se pe kama inti akwa akoye se ebi obetimi aye. But if he had a bad first season, Koko, and on the two, Ruben Amorim, he had a bad first season. The middle season, take you over to the end, was not the best. United, the worst position since the history of the Premier League, almost 30 years. Over Europa League final losing to Spurs. Into this season, Ensign and Arabi as a key to bar, Osiensha Amorim this season. Said this season and how you'll be a bit pleased. Ever since Cameroon by or by the beginning of the season, onya resource now onya and come out for the bomb on. But there is the past which was hunting the manager. And he body bobasa no yen. So the past is a blessing to a year and slot. And that is why there is calmness around the system. Omenya bo training the man is oh obetinya ye nyomeyi. Why you be paying? At least coach waba na fie di kan club na nse na mboka twitwiri die bia transfer market no so Champions League live up in the top knockout stage until some go share PSG first stage on the top and so go share PSG among in a film. He won the Premier League with ease. Someone's okay, then let's have time for him. And yes cause cannot to go market no so dear over cause so per resource ba. And even with this say coaches ni bebre suya dey say they don't want to take the job in the middle of the season. So what steady coaches unless say obi an ho papa na ni subri na won say dem hu dey oye. But todo na eti omo di no. Si ebo season na eduru baabi a eya na ebi mo mpese omo de omo nsaba be sha ase. Fi say one hey ya de wo ba betom no na wa sell resource. Nti she clubs ni bi e pamu coaches no. Liam Rosinio, a coach ma Strasbourg under the Chelsea system. No, me don't buy. Should be say Carrick would jump anytime you United job about the man, and that is why he's with United. Madrid call for Avila or your youth team coach. He will jump for the job. But top coach be says he done. Even Alonso call Madrid that permanent. Even if Liverpool go knocking, you will not love to start or join Liverpool in the middle of the season. Or be pesa afini no starting on a clean sheet. Inti anosu ya dia ba akon ebu slot. Two reasons: his performance last season and Liverpool's chances of getting a top manager in the middle of the season. Ebi obe perform better than slot. These are two issues. Ota say enti owa e woni nti na obubenya abotre
say we dey match ka obehwe ade kakra bia de wo kan nyina won say my din a me yi because part I agree but part I beg
you can't disagree. You guys say we disagree with him.
No, I'm sure idea. Yes, the performance in his first season are earning the right for anybody to give him the time, the patience. But players now, all can want some. For instance, obi to say Ishak, or more ball papa be amano for you to judge him on the amount money spent.
That's how we learn him now.
Oh, that be but the point is that Ishak can just say be a performance. Yes. And to
before one player and empire.
Oh, that be but we say Ishak reason why na empire no. Because when you preseason at that things, but what the two in and there is also with the Ishak amount judge slaughter. How would you justify it? And your reasonable because we play Mobi. He must be playing for you to say he should get the best out of him.
Yeah, or Kakao.
Oh, Nakako boy said and they say we should go. Yes, but look at the timer, Eddie Man. For instance, Obi is a from Pong. Anytime Biana, he seems to be getting his rhythm now. How do you judge a coach based upon that?
Injuries in judge coach.
You can't do that.
Yeah, coach team enya injuries when pamon.
No. Mean you see. Anytime Bia, is it what's now?
But for some of us, I here.
But see, point I'm making is say,
the players are prostrate pamon.
Who say, as our coach, your man is space. But the American, you are talking about amount that has been spent. I'm saying that one of the key figures in that money that was spent, on a lot of minutes for you to judge him on. And di shark in kwesi hono na say we say you spend so much
on buy we shark akeke senya ne de Frimpong grass wo ko buy ono so ebo
but Frimpong
vet ne akiti
say o
so far me no na ye ne mama kan na ye
so o stay fitter you could see Frimpong obviously eketeke ne vet the omaye no you cannot say they have not lived up and radio until recently now Liverpool occupied the 4th position of the league and Liverpool came third in the Champions League group, you know. So the question is
not to perform this season or standard no performing
and bad
we performing enough
to describing saying yeah
me can say we fairly
but based on the standard that club jato no we meet standard
and club standard a short standard because
no short rankasa standard man
you so no standard because on the standard no
so standard near here they said oba be so mo be je enti dia oba here say
so you expect to say obetimi ISR but don't rule out all the other factors no
and then care for coach danger
no but
danger nyabotre
oba pa mu coach
and the fear the endorse danger so mani wi ma ho na ye nkomra
everybody danger me ba danger unyabotre na everybody has a
for instance if we have been told several say in as much as results no na patchy no Amorim Sakeno was not entirely about results and that he had issues with the bosses. The bosses believed in him, say yes, results in but with time maybe Ankebeti Mapeke until he had issues, he decided to have issues with them. The same as the Chelsea near on Pamuni. Clearly,
was he agree with Balfour on this slot signing a coach, and he signed as a coach, not a manager. I doubt if all the players that we signed was his recommendation. The players we signed themselves haven't been helped, and as I am sure Slot is to be blamed for that. Boy, Francis, okay.
Over. Pamu coach be we asem. Said the omo kika na we pra na we buy no nya hunu coach be no we pamu no. Coaches are fired based on resource. Definitely there will be factors that will affect the resource. But at the end of the day, what is the resource?
Zito
fire Zito. Danger can at the point what players and Brahma youth team players 4 on the bench. That's not fire Zito. Youth team players 4 over. Youth team players only division 3 players. And I got to do baby. Now so the on the bench, and some will meet the required number the abobo. But let's to fire. Me bad danger. At the point, Zito, people were calling for the sacking of Zito. So you can have your opinion. Say, I feel set reason when you went, opinion the man into Aso. Obviously, me I said baby, and I gave 2 reasons. Me number performance on the field. Me say dienti obetimi atrane say. Last season the Otre enough for him to give him what the chance. Last season Slot was one of the best coaches in the Premier League. And to Obi say, oh, Obi are best in there. All of a sudden, ultimate twisting bass, yes sir. Into enya botremano. Niem cause the why no American extra time. Say you can see a permanent in the middle of the season. Yeah, man to the end of the season. Yeah, so bet me as that is one. Number 2. So Pamu coach, the first thing every management to ask themselves, say, who comes in? The Obano. Obet me about the chain. The Ohana. That is the most important question. So you ask yourself, say, available coaches near him for. In the middle of the season, they can keep the target active and focus. Aim for. Obeshemuno, why are we papa bia? And until I'm Chelsea, United and Madrid. Coaches Nansian, the kind of managers they went in for. Because the manager market, and you condensed to first, Ebi abe Pamona Ancelotti tifie, ebi abe Hwano, nebi a Jose bi tifie, ubenya bi Zidane bi tifie, ubenya first ni bi a Fabio Capello bi ofie. Utimu se managers a kukudam tie chire, Max Allegri bi wa chire, ebi a Conte bi wa chire ntino. You say these are managers that are approved.
Aside the moment if you be on a club no ya na omum para because
no. Oba middle na. Some coaches are looking at the job. me do man to me and transform because I might have my ideas which will be different from the other one here. Even the kind of players I'm a penno, are they even ready to listen and be disciplined in my way? And coach be heading na. To make us a Debbie. And yeah, my main China season in query me ba. Me nemo na eko pre-season. The Abia me who say na dream team ni say near Jano Kwan akwa family diaba. So these are major factors. But danger injury one we any day. The bottom line is the investment has been made. Is Liverpool getting the returns from the investment? And yes, sir. And Kaisi has that called Madrid or failure, and Yankas will fail that because on no coin pre-prahan, sir, but Tebekas will fail. And yes, sir, KB and Pep Guardiola. Some of the managers are Pep Guardiola to Manchester City. Your boss was spending over 1 billion. That is the conversation. So consistency there, when it comes to a big club, is non-negotiable. Every big club demands consistency. Into big club, player be betting about hat trick in it. Next match no flop bones or move no. And yes, Anka Vinicius Junior. I watch Champions League 2 Ama Madrid come Bruno. But Bruno. Forgetting about the wire in the past, big clubs are looking at now. So you might be part of the few supporters are unbelievable impatience for project. But majority of them will not see that. They will call for improvement, they will call for results, they will call for consistency. Until slots, despite Newcastle, in the next 2-3 matches or so to papa so pressure and besamba. And it's something they must look at moving forward with Liverpool. Now, yan try and come on so now. Weekend Liam Rosinho ye Jumebia. See a review for the weekend na Yam Boswa over. It will be so unfair to the manager. Obeka say yes, he led Chelsea into that situation by going down 2-0. But Ukraine back up. His reaction when occur from no is something that you can talk about. I'll be to me when you have to so I can say this can be a great coach. You are witnessing the development of a great coach. Over game management is one major requirement of every good manager. Born a kosuna. Adria would free fee by ya would they barbe faso asheni pano. And you may be to Mrs. Wobonum. Emma Sarge and I saw the two baby. Now shed the air kosono. Now you need be before fro. Edibe dinkunim. E bibe to me at say. Play be out in the baby of a game ye be boing. Ye do offer babe bon nine. Ye start here who's a debbie. Born now of a bon 9 pie twas man is on one now. Breachy bebo. Tweet me you of a free 9, said Debbie. But who's some more right back no pedenim copain to Kodaho? Or quiet about to the chief fat. Changing the roles of players as the game demands. Sometimes it's not even the role, the structure of the team will require changes. For instance, you went into the game with a 3-back. Born a cost one who said there be 3 backs, you know. As wing backs are not helping. You quickly shift from 3-back to a 4-back. Maybe out the wing back about the central midfielders for you to overload your midfield to win. These are all elements of game management. The structure, roles, tactics. And sometimes 3 changes, boom, to change the energy in the game. Now Chelsea confirmed 2-0. Liam Rosinho Banano de Marc Cucurella, Joao Pedro, and Fafana Bishim over 3 changes. In the next 45 minutes, now Chelsea iron for a 3-2. And that was massive. Okay. Over coach Netmia winning 5 matches at Waso. And we about 7 matches over take over Chelsea. We winning Marco 6. Over a good year. So we're checking the statistics. 1 defeat that was against Arsenal. That was in the EFL Cup. Where we were set 19 goals to concede 9. And this is a good start. Dear Chelsea fans ni bebre brantie na eba no. Now we shed dia wa ye egum krata so na unimu gidie beba fom. But dia wo kire yi ma hu se omo ni gidie nyina be start anya gidie ni. This is a coach oba in the middle of the season. Pre-season bi ani ho. Oba na wo keja na gum. But in the Champions League, that game against Napoli, of any better so be ko Conte fie ose no abetia ose no abetia no asan be no, meaning he has the ability to transform the game, give the boys energy to fight to the 90 minutes.
Okay.
And what's about to us why you will link no weekend omo ese e bomba baso no ba ko e coach e friend Liam Senior e wajumo over me
yes,
come anim no
short one
over danger ba mu pa
mane how na unu anum wa short one na and then feel so huru
Yambo eye ateta baso. But during the week we will have time for Pep Guardiola pa. Over Guardiola is not living up to expectation. This is his records against Spurs. Now for Guardiola to go 2-0 up, me and Baba tia in 2-2 no over. Now share dancing born on the Chelsea boy, na Chelsea youth team coach. And Omar Guardiola hopopo you know. Bodo Glit over. Come on Kabobe na tiafa so. Guardiola ne Carrick. Waba foforo. No a chair Guardiola ho. And she Thomas Frank. I was struggling in the Premier League. Now what's any two no about betia ma 2-2. We really need to have a conversation of Pep Guardiola. Early days yet, but I think diminishing returns are set in.
Okay.
Mambo Carrick abaso will be unfair. First and first, Adia Carrick ayeni. Amorim would get applause for some of his signings. Over the men be a daha players ni be a Carrick use no.
On the Okofa by bia.
Obeka imbu.
But wa Okofa by is one who hye. On mo me hye ni.
Then this is the difference.
Okay.
Amorim wanted players that will fit his system. Mimi die Chenchira antia. Se woni hamu a wonka ho. Carrick rather is coming up with a system that the players will explode. Difference no. It means yes that na danger can ko be menu asem. Carrick ne buy no say when in your me egu o te say ngiank makodwa so no. When ni aduane a me buy e wo kitchen me hu we. Me keka bom dia he bibi. Me nka ne say me free abontin ba nyina ben kwan na mpese me ye. Me buy na abani ho abese chenchira chi aben kwan na me ye ntino. Say wo ye nkate a e won fa so kram de wato baabi. That was Amorim. So players that were not fitting a system were seen as outcasts. But Carrick never I must say there be. Then the one na me share e bibi. So Carrick is rather using the players the way the players will explode. Amorim was too rigid. Enti over. Understanding of the game and basic is very important.
Okay.
And for him to win 3 matches back to back, Amorim na Nkasana, or it took him almost 43 games to get that. 47 games over. Then Carrick comes in and deliver that to there. I think you have to give credit to Carrick. Getting the players happy, getting them to even believe in him. No?
Okay.
And yeah, Jumaketu or Branton or Manchester.
But I say, Oben, Kofi Zakitu.
Tino. One of the most embarrassing performance Mashafi with Real Madrid was what I saw last week. And is it Enra against Rayo Vallecano? With Rayo 1 man down early in the second half. Now I say Real Madrid tis. Now the word the embarrassing maybe the entire me the best show no. When there's a game in the the day referee 9 minutes in the tour so no. After them they were only playing for penalty. And they move on baby no
try say
no be out of form. Just say yent me she go biom enti no. And no move Real Madrid be a move 18 boss me no be out of form. Bon Vini no the form. Na Diaz no the form. Mbappe no the form. Just say every movement be a Madrid in that 9 minutes yeah the tools be no. Player will go down looking for penalty. So they shouted for penalty until the referee no. Back on by a clear bona no Diaz or penalty no. You see, I don't understand what is happening to Real Madrid because with the players that they have, especially anymore with the qualities of Mbappe and all those guys and all, they shouldn't be struggling to beat teams like Rayo Vallecano and those things at Santiago Bernabeu, but. They will take it and be happy because Oma winning and still no Omone Basa say currently just 2 points or so now or money Basantema.
No point cry.
1 point. The Omeni Beji, but honestly, performance wasn't at the best. And whether the sacking of Alonso was a good decision or not, because so far Abelua hasn't helped because
all like Karika has any DNA picking away the end I say Nyamanye.
We'll come back to the Asmo kind Asmo answer Abelua in terms of performance wise in idea was a Sanyama baby at Real Madrid. Meaning defensively they have issues and idea a bomb you cry. Tino, I don't pay me who story and I'm visit. Liverpool are solving the eye, but me and say Obaba next summer. That is Jeremy Jacquet.
Okay,
that boy from Rene. Now me want say go for ebo for pa Edwards. Mo say, if you go for a Jeremy Jacquet for 55 million plus 5 million add-ons, it almost dealing now 60 million.
Yeah,
almost say. Enchebia and a proven Premier League star. Nano Costono, Andrew. Omoya kwasa na dini failure in Magay. Because nasa time na mo na 35 million. Na Liverpool visit na Edwards visit be obi aka no 1 year there. So, and omo delay ya man no could do last minute. The issue Liverpool had with Maggie and the coach now was on Tias and say, after na last minute no deadline day na minutes ka crave no and na opu di no ona say na mo to Maggie who will replace him because you know be am na mention na him we say Maggie no do Liverpool the wo kwa na medical and am cancel di no so people asking say why should we 60 million on a prospect? He has shown say the prospect after no Premier League anymore. As against Obi, I know one day established Premier League star. I don't know kwasa. I've seen a lot of Liverpool supporters on social media. They are not
good business.
They are not against the signing, but the thing is
the price tag, no.
The price and coming in the Premier League because we've seen recently some French young prospects who have come and struggled. And he thinks, I didn't get any opportunity to sign my game.
On the woman that down.
Yes. Of course, he's playing normal as a city no Omurada because league not chassis. That is the only issue they have with the deal, with the money involved and the things saying Maggie would have been a better option than this guy. But let's see, Summer, they say Emua when he comes, what he brings on board. And Liverpool had a very good results this weekend after a very shaky start. I'm saying one of the early stage of the game. I said, "Oh, he gave me now won't talk because born na Newcastle born and for now shepa." But the good sign was that after Omoko down 1-0, no, the way Liverpool were able to bounce back, Ketike once again. So far, 15 goals in no competition for Liverpool. The top scorer, and I think it has been a very good signing for Liverpool. And from it, and so Asha say why Liverpool spent Sasika and now Monaco Torno and Liverpool playing very well, but still now Liverpool defensively our issues. And no, I understand that is why I'm more try say I'm more the Jeremy Jacquet remember in the summer because clearly beyond this season, Obi say a captain Van Dijk. So beyond this season, Liverpool have to start looking for someone to play because a bed.
Just hope say injury now when no and sign real okay because clearly he was brought in as a understudy for Van Dijk.
So left footer and think that was where he was. So it's good. Say Liverpool try to strengthen defense on them. Tino, I've listened to a lot of people on the Michael Carrick and all the analysis and the things that's being said. And Oberon so Akabi. Who said that thing has changed big? Yes, about especially how they play. When you say in build up,
they said you play because you heard a result.
Or say that we can't. We analysts. we are here.
How would you name it to us about supporters from Mutian India?
Oh, I have no one in build up. He said United still build up with three back and the screen so until we are consistent. This is how they build in possession. Some over there like the build up that's not change you. Go and watch Omone Arsenal. Go and watch Omone City. This is how they build up. And until na or type bo no person boy no dogu no. In terms of build up no. Say until on screen. Nothing has changed in terms of how na more than build up no. 2. United were just unlucky. And Carrick has been lucky with not with the number of balls net on net anymore. Unlike Amorim, you know. But okay, game now. Na ball on Toneta, lucky na unya. How about your choni? Oh, shana make on United. No conceding. No consider some make. Your motion. When you go forward, the balls that obo. So now Fanche, now Bupu, now Fanche. This is United have hit the post more than any other team in the Premier League. And one of those days that you are not lucky. Okay, full line game now, Tino. United share first goal no. Every year no. Okay, we again me. So our problem now you can't. I'm on. I can't. Think I'm on softman and tia. Or manya no much in Antagano. After United scored the first goal, fair number Bonina. Do you know why? Because they couldn't. The Mumford once again was exposed. Once again, they were exposed. Born I no. Muko say no. Born about 2-2. Never 2-2 no. Born but for some marginal offside. Neke 3-2 before United they could take go no. But for that afternoon the referee said oh refusing to give credit to there will be on the mama free banana maintenance my turn from Albany now but I don't get it we are maintenance we'll be in maintenance it's good that you keep quiet and listen and Tino asma make an onya about it's a year enya carry kasa me mbo carry din wan but I'm saying say the problems no na lack can the problems na previously you can't no obia can wan asem no it's still exists in the team and no me busa and Zach they are getting the results who I don't say that they come so jiani me you say ni fe no I don't like bringing in Amorim is a history you understand. I don't like bringing. Look at them in front of me. I don't like bringing. Why is the you know? What do you know results no? On the match Zach. You know. The 2 games, Arsenal and Man City. Some of my opinion. Me, I'm more between those teams. Teams that he beat and he beat that it beat. This is it. Results now. Uncle Fuck, I can't watch them be you know. This Fulham team, okay. The return leg, okay. This is Samata. A game United were winning penalty. The Bruno Kotambo after game. Today, I see Matthew Beda all care about time when Buffalo came in. Say, you know, you fan count, they will sack you because we didn't win. But penalty the whole about for him. A game that you are winning. You understand? Results have been good. 3 matches, 3 wins. But say a friend is saying, born omu goals no, the build up to omu first goal no and second goal now. As some I highlighted about Mumford have to be improved in terms of personnel. No, it's still obvious. Fulham were able to capitalize on the spaces over there and omunya very good moment on committing me at the Asha goal. But Tino, we can't go without talking about Bruno Fernandes. So far,
you are not even saying say we are making no comparison so I don't want and a 3 man coach if okay yanya ne sem Senka Morin buy no and on the first 3 matches after Pamo Eric Ten Hag and I go winning the back to back can you show pa say Cameroon the savior ka where say be describe it be exactly to
but in the obe say I don't pay make
was it Bokari Kabaso
Tino I'm one of the few United guys who have never in my life go against any Manchester United manager. Me never big job about my life.
But
me
just like
and especially Carrick is one player I love so much. Or any person or one of those players that Man United in Nigeria no. Oh yeah, supporter.
On the post school
players now ma woni GA bi no. He's one of them. So how do I go against Carrick? But you see, the main say problems that we have highlighted over the years is still in the team. The only thing are Abua United here near lucky for players to who were out now back, especially Echirono. The good thing Abua Carrick to have consistent events Magua and Licha playing together, which Amore didn't have for a very long time. The resource is good. The resource is good.
It's more than good. But he has gotten combined players. Resource is more than
good. I've not honestly I've not seen no Amorim never said that. The system that Amorim Ebono.
That's Abraham cousin person Koko
system na Amorim Ebono. And I say he plays 2 more forwards. And truth is that it is saying yam can the share United 2 more forwards. It man na say bought 3 only 2 more forwards and patch Bruno ne Casemiro ne Melu Gino 2 be no be choose one. I don't know say because his game is more attacking. He wants more goals and this is it. So far United has 44 goals. Last season about anyway almost 44 goals.
Say Carrick abishe bio.
Tifim na kwhwe time mpo na Carrick nhye do still na no ne Oyerepa. Enya say Carrick na
Carrick share Arsenal say 3. Eno share City 2. Eno wa share 3.
Me ba cho. Was 8 goals. No asma amba so asa yake nya ne say before Carrick came,
on the 3-man midfield, you are still getting the goals.
You are missing the point. The point is that so Obed, before even Carrick, United were the 3rd best scoring team in the league. It's nothing has changed in terms of scoring. They were scoring because league everybody now. Sitting Arsenal now should go see home and still Omumian should go see home. So nothing has changed. No, in terms of resource is good. You understand? Which is a good sign for the team. But as I make if you watch the game very well, and the things that we've complained about and coach in the back complaining,
that's all.
Listen, the midfield
is shaking
in terms of covering spaces, and one of the worst in terms of getting so over behind them, and one of the worst in terms of their run because Menu and yet someone who ran giddy. Casemiro will not give you that, and that is a problem. But some make Bruno once a minute. We can't go without talking about Bruno Fernandes this season. Tino, only season in so far in the Premier League, the highest a player has ever assisted in the Premier League 20. Thierry Henry and Kevin De Bruyne. So far with 40 matches to go, Bruno was 12. In terms of goal involvement, 17 so far in the Premier League. Bruno Fernandes this season, so over individual. I think that he's the best player in terms of give individual performance. The league, no individual in the Premier League has outperformed Bruno Fernandes in terms of Nyama. You the team Ninsinchen one kasa player modern ba obo. I feel me say there's any player in the Premier League that has outperformed Bruno Fernandes so far this season with the things that he is doing. Tino say one at the 80 Sumawa, you will see that this is in Bruno Fernandes 12 assists in the Premier League first. About 7 assists from set pieces. Chances created plus assists 68 first. Chances created from open play 48 from first. Big chances created 16 first. through balls 21 first. Everything.
Where Premier League now in Manchester,
Premier League Obia Premier League season we no.
Okay.
Bruno Fernandes this season, and I think he's enjoying one of the fine seasons, and I think if he's continued this way, he may be able to reach that all-time record 20 now. Kevin De Bruyne and Thierry Henry SLT in the Premier League, because so far 12 with 40 matches to go there is something that at this rate obetimi achieve on one and
second obetimi the amount
I mean you go fit cast bibia say bibia
Solomra
Manchester United now because a lot of things have changed
and then
a lot of things have changed in this situation now all can midfield now all can one coach is using the same midfield to win games and top games. The other was losing.
No, he wasn't losing.
Is it the point? Or throwing points away.
Those teams
I'm talking about Manchester United situation this year.
And coach Simon Amokano just we know just also share Amarim share Casino.
One Manchester United when the last time Manchester United share three Premier League only 3 Premier League successfully. Carrick has done this. And why are in a hard way against City, against Arsenal and Fulham. What you say? He's talking about luck. And you know, now we do, but no luck. No, we ain't luck. Luck, you bet me, how if you cite your players to go to the field. Bruno, I can't small Bruno as my walking. The same Bruno not no deep me for that. Now I can say no. Bruno is supposed to play at number 10.
Na stars we the out of Bruno about 70% of them. Stars we know 80% of them. I time no one star Rona Amorembo. Until now Bruno
number 10.
But then for results from some member. But here's the case of the
and I was listening to the commentator was say Carrick has found a system that suits the players. Not players that will suit the system.
Oh, okay.
So that was the difference. I was looking for players the best suiting the system. But Carrick has first system suiting players. What is the players that Manchester United at time? And now do Moko. And there's only a system is suited to my in the games. So in the Manchester United, in a difficult anchor, full of car at the stopping time. Manchester United, Arsenal, Attica, our Emirates can still rise up and go ahead to score against Arsenal.
But I say, I come here, Mama Solomra, and then if you so, Nemo, we know a year, Macbeth, or sister, over 2026, a September war, Bomuye. That's it, I love that. So, the school at Abu TV, baby, almost school. Ah, no more as a tema of Bomuye. Yeah, go. So let go. Why? Pepsodent herbal toothpaste. Eno, ena say ya de ATS. Yes, no be kama. Ya numu kan be ham. Afebe tete antokro bia. Ewa yesenim. Ninya ne say Pepsodent charcoal, natural charcoal, lemon, mint, zinc. Ena ye de aye Pepsodent herbal toothpaste. Green tea herbal extract. Ena ye de aye. Intinano so ema cooling sensation. Ghana Dental Association. Ajatum se wose fie bia. Yede Pepsodent charcoal ne herbal toothpaste ni bi. Ekoto na obia. Ede etwi nese. Bosomtwe Rural Bank PLC. Baby account ahodo ni nyina bi wo ya so ye. Savings, current, fixed deposit, Susu savings, special account joint, and a kiddie account. Afe uya, your loan services na ebe bi sika bi ape, e de akodi ujuma e bi na o de akwese ujuma ni mu. Susu loan, micro group loan, salary loan, agricultural loan, business, and commercial loan bosomtwe e bi. Continence ho and a head office no atonso agujache kokofu cheda hinema kokobe adwena se ebu akwa atonso bokra putu oja magazine efia ko bia binchi market ho nyina ye ho friend 0508 642705 Amin Scientific Hospital ye no ba stroke and odeba fertility issues awo ho nsem and a chronic diseases or infections oba ye ni nyina ho adwuma edema stroke ne beko awo so be wo kama na afa ya de bi atran so acha wakon enko no oba ya ho adwuma na ya de kro no enso akọ kuma se atwema tachiman kwada so fun ase kwan so na Amin Scientific Hospital ye wo 18 other branches and Ghana ha ya to apete enche boga wa bibia ni akra takra de tamale atebubu nkoko sunyane ho sehwide bi so hohoi ho nyina akwa obehu yen e wo 0277 001234 Apomodin Herbal Clinic eho enso ye de ani che ho eni yade ye konoma ye ni behu ade kama glaucoma, pressure, cataract, syphilis, long and short-sightedness. Apomodin Herbal Clinic. And I idea ni chem ho na omahwe ama ye ni ade ni nyina every year. So ye the gonorrhea kwa ebeko ye the candidiasis, waist pain, goiter, and afi ulcer ne hernia problem enso kwa ombetu ase ama Kumasi Sofolai. Soja for kwa ni so many Assemblies of God sorry no and idea ni me 0551 098961 0551 098961 grow fine Herbal tonic moja draw numbi na bedidi kama obeda kama onum grow fine a draw sorry anopa ni paduano ewa ahoden mapa na wa cho onum grow fine oba menstrual disorder menstrual pain excessive bleeding and a face of painful menstruation na say ubu wonsa o how bia won bia no onum grow fine a draw na ebesiesio na wa your best ma ba bia to no ewo mamu akwa ubenya bi na wato digital bar clinic Kumasi amakom run about ye ben Bank of Africa ho and adodo pa ewo free 0244 596532 0244 596532 edek SMBTS libido ni be peja tenkan be kosra oba bema GBA nenonom sede be ya 21 days times in a month ubetum no ho kani ehia wa bra enflow edek SMBTS waist pain low sperm count, premature ejaculation, and so Eddie free ho, not what to me, abo jumano, not what boni ye. Edu about clinic or the buy any numbers, our friend, now I a drone to do panel, 0243 989368, 0201 044 221, ABA Herbal Clinic, Sofo Ata, Sofo Rasta, Sofo Branten, no say. Omo wa drona fa gu aduanem na di ebewura wa nini ntini so nyina na aye wa nini so adwuma e di amante ani yade bi e ba betan so no edro no e be ye ho adwuma entumi ema glaucoma, cataract, syphilis nyina ye ho adwuma e di ema uko ebia ba clinica me wa cho hypertension afa prostate liver any kidney yade nyina no kwa wo mo e be hwe ne kama e di amakwa da so gyina se main market akire wa doma inkro Ebenezer preschool omo ebe apia kubi cold store from 0541 565199 and 0502 812 161 offer the edin sorry no nyame ya domo a so nim say yewura February say month of love na me dey be na otwe and every day afi verse dey dey we be ma na omo ye mienu miensa pressure also unya bibi amfa ntwa ko me nda dey obi atifi anti no me ko adwuma bia ni nti na mi ntimi mfa mp aja say but LG mo say wa was how no bibia no we need a pre-vows day experience 13th adebeche 14th no kwabna LG mo enyum papa kwabna odohonyom so dey enye easy cry antino 13 February ye nyina ye ko SG mo na yakushia kwabna na season of a night of love intini ye make sure say mama mboro say obetem no ye make sure say 13th no e be set amaye bomusu yi abomu yi mo fire e wo SG mo akwa maite so September yes 200 cities regular and at 300 cities VIP. Ope say oye inquiries and our table reservation 0545 8975 70 0545 897570. Oko day today supermarket I SG mo honoma me ba cho advance ticket e ho beko na wakoto de ye de we no AC na me sha solo na danger kwatena se na onua akomya edicat na nka wono so atena se wie ya pe oba nemom dem de koma danger kwa ba no se Al Hassan Said Zakitu, are you still defending Amorim? Don't you think the midfield was exposed after Casemiro was sub off? Hey, anyway, greetings to the entire crew. Mfege Zeze Mukwala. And then the Empire also won't defend it when defend will be why? Jamai was in the one more a eating cry, Amorim dinimum. We the nano person just say a lack be na a dibuano. And so the lack so you be here pa. Danger.
over
yanko hit na
yanko jangum na yanko na aja amorim ni Isaac die be kwa hwem ebia na omo
them they will say
ebia no mo yibi dada na
something in common. Okay.
Paul was not just a fan. He was a passionate supporter. They senselessly took away his life, but can't take away the joy, love, and memories he brought into the stands. His death still haunts Kotoko and the wider football community. Kotoko solemnly remembers Nana Pule. Over a second, and take a date in the day. Kay ne but March day the nayes kosiada nti mfa ne se enra aha ena yenua Nana Pule am say if you had any no and yeah mo mutadi Kotoko achi ne Kotoko bushia kuro ne de chese obi a he was exciting to watch because we Kotoko beko bia no na odi achi na o hoist Kotoko flag no yenyina anim de Koto no Kotoko fo mpani fo se omo di yen kaidum e de amase wo mu se obi nipa bonifo bi agye ne nkwan fini nsam de nanso ade a se bi ase ye fa se odo ano wo de ma agro no ene no ma na o sansi ma na o ye ne de ene de da so te hoda obi enyi fi ho no mti ene ye Kotoko fo kora mo fa so mu gina so na mo de akai na Napoli
ma me ma unti ade bi sisi e me ba
Mami ka se ncho ye keep an wa ma djuma o ye keep an wa me ka cho say ye be competitive match has of folk ball na ye competitive o ntata o je de si o brekum na o hwe adam match so ma bo a no say brekum de na ye competitive has a ball match a competitive match o more ye keep an wa ma djuma second half ye pa me keep an be dem ball ye wi o mo ball me ka cho say supporters e be ba no ye one goal where your supporters ni go na aba no aka so players in there no the second half
were you impressed with the performance?
I am very impressed and impressed. I come to tell you impressed.
You better witness another goal.
I told you second half second half Mama Maya crying one best team in Ghana. Fabulous. We love you.
The joy, love, and memories he brought into the stands cannot be taken away. Nana Pule, according to Kotoko. And I think I am in sync with them because we have all the cry. Uboy, you see, I was saying, I go for
passionate no dey no na wo kana no odi.
Yeah. He was always was a passionate supporter. He wasn't just a soccer fan. When you be now he was a passionate about in the football club Kotoko na odi akire no. Me bi oba na me ni ko was ba for me Kotoko. Me dia wo.
Em so dey dwa no dey dwa what dey dwa.
Into odo no. And I won say no san fi Sofia himfie.
Yeah.
So that say into odo kra no, be ofie no kra san ma Kotoko no kra de. Ofa na say japade a Pole will choose everything over Kotoko. Like Kotoko over almost everything.
Kotoko you to how and the wife.
Why in the wedding I wear Kotoko. Oh, that is the extent obeti miako. We muna ya chese we see we no we say o do the money team no. Kotoko show, Kotoko luzo, maybe Kotoko obi ano, okobi. This are the people you can say we know o do the money team. And Pole is one of them.
Circus for person mo ya de we say against House of Folk matches and comedy na ekoso on be say mo de ne printing the t-shirt also ne banners na comedy e kai no minim e ba ni
enye bad
enye
what can make misme circle for na global for
bravo on grab ho fela da ho kire de beba
ye bu se bu ye because Matisse say man for who abeg we actually abeg nem papa Matisse say abeg
seconds bia na nem
yes abeg
this one you say omo
abeg who say say no we dey here what you fancy here I just say say interested na dey ade ti bia ko no ya ti bia na ade media nim penifo bi din komo I've spoken to a couple of them both the global square and then the circles. Each and everyone means good. I think issue with communication. And the people that are seemingly speaking for them. Say a lot of the supporters rely on the media. Nana Poli.
This year from Pong, aka Poli.
I was in the crowd. They are going to be Poli Nana and no, but it didn't know Francis Nana from Pong. We seriously prepared for this game. So I was not expecting this resource, but this is football for you. Coach Karim Zito on their loss to Pando Heart of Lions. Over Yenti Karim Zito.
This is football for you. I wasn't expecting this score because seriously we prepared well for this game. Most especially the set pieces they scored the 2 goals. Because we've been practicing how to defend and how to attack on set pieces. So maybe today is one of those days in football. As I said from the beginning, I wasn't expecting this result, but this football for it. Today when you look at our wingers, they didn't operate the way I wanted them to do. It's like it will be okay till later on that I try to change, because it goes I easily score through the wings, and today my wingers did not do well.
And Nadia na say the Nanka results beko. Season so I think this is the biggest defeat Karim Zito enya near that day. Among for no be raising issues with and also in the selection changes the keke home, but information aka cry and so yenya no. The league is gone, but Zito has been trapped with the Adriana game. Win or you lose your job. Over information I hear picking on. Say see idea send earlier on mekano I said Mediama has taken an unassailable lead.
I'm free Pando but on command no mudi
na nkomodie say
league in the say ya
ball free and sir
FA Cup
yeah per se Africa
yes
enti no say untimi nkwaji league no a any FA Cup no but home modern na say bia BBC na league no betimi age anu wage na so say league na ye dey FA Cup no dey na no na dey ko Africa no and dey na ye ko page etini ko hwe say hwan na kotokore ne ko buy aduana
batombo homu
kumase baba yara enti no na kakra ye tete ne say aduana na anye ye dia ene Zito na je say wantimi achieve di mpanifo asete ama ne say onyema wo mo say won fam ko Africa no enti ba ne sa no a na ya da na se ne ya na kwan na je say bia obi fufuro aba beto adwuma no so eno so nkomo a ye tete enso ewo ho enso so eno no Bechem sat back right from the beginning, so it's a fair result for them. We could have even lost, but we were disappointing. Coach Didi Dramani on the game against Bechem.
For them, they will say it's a fair result because right from the onset, we could see that is what they want to do. They stay and go on the breaks. But we could have also lost the game because inside situation is really, really very, very tough. But I think that we're disappointed. It's still not too good because if you say you want to put pressure on the league leaders, then you need to be winning matches. We need to be winning matches. We don't look consistent. And for me, it's very, very worrying. And we need to keep some certain levels of standards. And I think that is so hard to understand. We need agency, we need the energy, to propel so many good aspects that we had on the ball, and then we need the initiative to unlock that one with a little bit of creativity and responsibility.
Until offer Didi Ramani small Kenya na enuna how supporters no be particularly omo Ashanti region no omo say omo de omo ni say match we match na mpanimfo no omo ni Bechem nyina akọ benkrum say Bechem as every house twice into dubra say Bechem so relegation na omo a house so feed the process say omo bo Bechem no into match in there nanka omenya kra nanka mo de 3 points.
I remember some mama be chem credit so mo ya de ofi na omo attribute to say.
Omo si 9 matches away be chem munya 1 point cross 1 point pen omonya.
I'm say Mr. Yari no ababa ko na mete no kasa na say nti bi ono so kra so de bi.
Nti say bi Mr. President so be to
yes.
But information ni there. Omo che say enam so kra mpo ama nkofo dia san kwan papa because omo mu eti say ball no na ebe draw no na say eja omo de co investment house na so obedi efre no na na ja wo de kakra kotum na wa bompa ya hwe say ebe ko no sa ma ni say weekend no wanya kakra na ende na say won so no won so de akona for ma fa we nwie after punishing Ghazali, GFA sends him to Wales. Ghazali and 4 others for UEFA Lances B course, coaching course. I'm say we dey see a boy fi na baso. Oma pick coaches bi say omo any opportunity. We say can pa no na Ghana any Germany e was our exchange program no. Na yet had the coaches ko no ma ko sua de na German fon so e de bia bre en na de to fista e bre yen no so be kaya. Minim say buka zizi no so de no se kan no bia but this to fista de minim say Ghana German exchange program no e na de ne baaye. Enti na bia yen so ye de bi so ko. Me kai my good friend former RTU coach. Debbie. Oh, me didn't na me ne fine pa. He didn't escape me. Me pe one from Poman so na ko da year no. Omo ko Germany FA no kwesi and kwesi nyantachi mu e don ko Debbie no we not na curtain so akọ Wales from penifo and on omo so akasa football for no say yenso coaches no do bia na e said on ba no besua de na omo hu senia abrofo no so ye omo de no na omo de nya se nya na hankwa no mbe ye coaches no nti omo ko yenya ankasa ya down for Ghazali ko
okay
ama eno na ni de na asa nchimu ahye kakra ba
bi mfi se omo twe na so no de
mfi se ne suni ban na okoda na duo takwa no enka esa na na
sampa mia na nka
omo so no nsam asa obi no masa so ho enti no
eno no ntiki bi afre ne modern mo na no munim nti omo de na ekono nti yensre omo hwe ne sa ne se
kra me no omo se ba ne sa na ya ye asa so twe mpire no because ya bane no ya fane no so ho na se opportunity abana asa wakwa bibi nti won sa amane nkwa na eya double jeopardy ba ne sa na anye fe ye nyina so nim se obi a onim dia so koba
yeah
nti isi ade omukwa omu nyina ko ye na global for no e de omo letter aba
ene de
omo se omo pole eyi no nti no emse de se mi jama o se so se obedun mu na
okay
kan mo
global de na ba ho
omo de aba
yo
ye se pole no circles new nti circle for some form de mra
se na mo se ya no global nyume beka ho asem na akomia ba nemum se sei na amse na se obede dika Canada se kotoko hyehyɛ nipa nwotwe bi won babua ma communication team no nyama aboa we no de omo se eye match promo and also Fabu Census project tin na nipa nwotwe omo de airbar with immediate effect omo dwuma no omo hya se nti eye said need akon edu a champion of edu an offer okay George Forson Anthony Chum Berima eni achum ya ho Kwame Akosa Prince Saki Alimo ananya sa good Ransford Obemafo and Emmanuel Esiedu with immediate effect for Abu Sensor project and March promo entino asante do maba se omomeboa me direct ma communication no entimi enwie peye na eda so no of anoso nka ho okay ebe se be yidu akomia
over
yankoi
enti na e kai Nana Poli right
exactly 1 year
was e kai no na san ya futuo de ma yina of a 1 year down the lane still are the killers of Poli intimi hu omo as bibia aja enye na so na ya kai na obi agrefi we are going about our normal business as if nothing has happened but a life was lost in nipa ode na brabo editi machi ekodi machi e okuro so ne ku no enei omo eku no ehwe omo yehu omo minim what has happened to the family ne ma ede na yire etino aya futu ma yenyina obi bia otie ayi bia se odi Poli die ebe ya futu se ye team de obe support o team but ode adwena na so do akoma mu de na mu de no aso ode wadwene aha da kuma de ajeju ya na sei o man yo mu sanete too bad na ngo fa na currency ye na ye me shegusia no so well now me surprised coach Karim Zito kase we surprised about scholar wonyano Heart of Lions I didn't have a man surprise is it Kotoko display okoye wo baby ani obehye basekeno now freeze Kotoko team no has arrived na or is it the case of say Amwa returning Dogo is playing well and for that matter he thinks that na Kotoko team no anya gina yi the year long the problem with Asante Kotoko has been inconsistency Kotoko team finding a form consistent what's what I say because there are matches obviously you can sit here and predict say you better Asante Kotoko they go there and they show almost on. So to lose 3-1 to Heart of Lions is huge, not bad for Kazan the heaviest scoreline this year. So I think he said, coach, he was on the bench. Tell my Lions back come out boy. Over that game, Lions, I don't know, say Omunya Bibia and come win you. The diving is what they scored a goal, a clean goal. Referee no, Anye. And I'm about on the board draw. So going there, Lion has kept a team together for some time. Of course, Nancy no mania some team no drop kakra. And my points we are no more lose one was here no. But yet, then taking anything away from them, say they only a formidable team. They have a very strong team. Sai Shimado no, Sai Freeman no, Aban no, and the likes. These are players they've been together for some time. Takrem non beka home. It is on a good day. And they have a quality bench. The tanker team no. Coach what's his name? Lion coach is a formidable coach. Coach Bashir Reford. Where one coach so was team or team pa or juma pa. So that's called like I'm attempted to say that maybe we got to go about work and almost starting focusing more on the FA Cup. Even though I got 13 matches to play, some good points we were.
Be able to Messi.
Be able to Messi. But me heard they were the corner. On that if Koto can move away from inconsistency now. But then while Koto be consistent no, none say Mediama and other teams no, lose points. And it looks like say while some Mediama lose no, Kotoko and the others also are not taking the advantage. Because Nations Mediama by 2-1. A very good scoreline. Nanka a chance for teams that watch you know. But sorry offer. Adriana was chasing about draw against Samates at home. House of Folk but against Bechem or Accra. Ghost has moment a better but Ghost has brought to that you know. Now because what drop of points been you know. That's what drop of points you know. Now my Ghost has no a lucky behind next one also catch it with about 36 as Kotoko has and Kotoko 35 as House of Folk Adriana and Gold Stars 36 still Mediama would have for the 3 points no and that's all what a bit my describe say on a syllable. I don't think the 13 points will be my category on a syllable, but I think comfortable will do. So they are still in a comfortable lead per the almost because league no do the calculation able of what I say. You make sure you get your home points now compare away in the also. So when matches are can say make sure not say or Jenny home points or Jenny home points or Jenny home points are they will be good to go. So I think Kotoko must place emphasis, much more emphasis on the FA Cup no, this time around. It looks like say both Kotoko and House of Folk this year may not be their year because of how team no inconsistency is that team no airborne. So I think say Heart of Lion deserve every credit, every win, deserve every praise. So 3-1 the scoreline because many a times Kotoko call Lions are not scoreline is kasi yasa unya wide sir and it are close so because it once anya with team medium ebia more 1 or 2 wins and taking away from that fact that team is not consistent. They say every player was there. The Amoas, whoever was there. But still, Lions accounted for them. And I think that you give the credit to Lions for winning. Over. So, we House of Folk the power. So, TV, when I House of Folk. Especially looking at how Bechem build almost squad. That said most of the clubs and has ball cry. The reason why has Entiminya a lot of points now. Because Omu drop a lot of points at home. And Tim Biako be on the low block Biano is able to play House of Folk. Because for one, creativity was from 2. Omu affront no. Alternative warrior House of Folk no will be a problem or straight out. No will be a problem. So now make us a time I bought top 4 now. Could you remember because almost form was at 50%. The rest of that 50% are banned as a Yamai. Because a Yamai dear any coach watch it. But blame you so much. Of our blame you so much. The team will be a team. Oh, one thing as I do go one problem. Move around the clock and I'm more about show. Right. House of Folk, a problem was evident. Akodaki to cry, where I was House of Folk affront no, is non-existent. Either say supplies are econo, and you hear and now say don't finish catching edge no form. And then clearly, yes, Coach Kobenemisa was there. Over or call with ne normal I was at studying pa game of person bopa of our on the low block. That's how he is. Game of person bopa unya bibi every mono. Because when him say baby and the points he won and yet it's the whole Akobo House of Folk in any day House of Folk there or the show. And when him say House of Folk team possessive team, they do possess or more build back. Just that House of Folk build up on still a slow to attack, you know. So if that's the case, there, other than I am packing midfield defense and make sure say you're more on a lone ranger, so any opportunity any on attack. You say your group will come back to make sure say your House of Folk midfield and defense now difficult House of Folk, and that is exactly what we here for 90 minutes. So the game no power offer throughout the 90 minutes House of Folk and a shot on target too. A home team on the leading possession about 60 something possession. No. Shot, yeah, but shot. I'm gonna keep watching House of Folk. It tells you say how House of Folk defense, not attack, you know, of our enquiry. Aside, I'm gonna build up upon a fine player, but there are some elementary mistakes. Too much House of Folk build up more. Elementary mistakes too much build up. Obia some the over tennis because of unforced error. Okutabo, there's no pressure on him. Ebia, Minamutabo me pass am say Obed. Over one piano between for that pounds on it. And I know abona that chain. And it was coming from a lot of these things were coming from Opona Franny, who was supposed to be an architect of their play. So I think say coach, why are there? Become one can dear. Why so man, you know, almost unused to this opportunity and from building team here. Next season, you know. So man they have a team above watch no more they are coming him. Adriana continues to surprises me. Adriana thought about go home
after we take heat and that's almost no
Toby Cajon, Naka second running. That was she was negative bar, they freeze there. Almost bet to me, you know. Adriana ball draw against Samates at home. I take anything away from Samates. Credit to them, so ball draw. But then that makes us a second run of the league, you know. Over there are some points, yeah, man. There are some points, and so when you have a league now. So I think all these things, no, and I account for me, dear man, and you're comfortable leader and here in the league, you know, or more, you know. But I saw one thing our House of Folk team, no. I saw say goalkeeper, no, Asari was on the bench, and Agbesi, them. So it means one thing, the Matanka team has been able to resolve similarly problem be ananka bano and I'm going to keep you posted.
When you have good news, so before the game, in Liverpool, an ambassador, he said, I'm going to be a boss near the crowd. I'm saying,
sorry, right?
Sorry,
okay, so no, it accounts for Najuma or just a hard work pace. And you don't know about me. So I was happy to say, sir, I resolve because at any point in time, you're going to two good goalkeepers, and we should manage them. Set team be out to manage it. Yes, that and your first time, you know, me help you with, and your man, no, but at the end of the day, through management and thank you, they be able to resolve that problem. But when you have coffee years when you kakra, what a league table no. Coffee years you know, Chelsea they league table no. 16th on the league top, 23 points.
Some I can't say we can't almost say BBNC and now my can't.
They play one year, Bibina one Pedano one.
They be chimney.
Because the teams are not low. You are talking about vision. Vision, you know, only on what kind of football we
can say.
All Blacks,
BBNC,
young apostles. But you know, second one me away of our 13 matches to go. Still your matches to save. But I'm afraid Kofi has been a good coach, but the Oko they say, I hear not. You be season not you can't send for.
Me na akomiasaki ase me be ko se obed ho kwa medwuma o hwe from Tanaso Gesemani asoda mame enchiaw na wasum dwenti na se obed eto aso de amayen wo wasum dwenti me masum dwenti na mesre wo se ani de masa se obi yare ani wo fie wabusuamu a bon se yade na ya bibia si pokekra obi anko na aka wono nko a hede ne wodie de ne wodi dware de ne wodi ye ne ho nti mane mayew kra se tene ebo nka ye pressure no na aba so wo hwe ade so hunu akire je so ben ade no prostrate ulcer cancer sanso na hernia ulcer gono candidiasis white koko paitu awtoa mepacho fakoja wasum dwenti herbal clinic we no ayabre first going filling station wa na Dr. Sam Sebra na fe wantene te emfama 0243 0010 58 we ne sa apostle de odutwitwo se no enye na mmoawo a mepacho jagu na mosansa de ya ne sa sebra wo kaneto asomu panso nipa na wo hono bia ntie sansa ubro mu fuse wonum no enka awonum eno ne fensa halitosis tete no ne aborbodo te ne bidie de maye ene ne nyina ni ho Samaro company ena akofa ka tako tu pesa no pane anwumre ye mfantwese ye mpa yesi fitanyi kaka emfamfiri ho na nyama nkoye emfa emayen bia eto odro yi bibia te se more shop na provision shop e man kwa ye maso no o 0246864798 omo be ma obidi odi ba no eye power ohengre akoso edo ya wose ade ben na ade beda so hepatitis no obeyi na kwa ade afiri no fatty liver prostate ulcer fibroid kidney stone ye the scan dia ba se mkeka fo no emom liver care no wuti din no a kopedro no beto sanse eboa ema liver no de bia no ejina ye be ma bia no wadro ba kopɛ jirka heba master enkaso hunya bia o mensem no we fra domu akwa domu 0244 544422 say Obed.
Well, our matches never over the weekend. We can need the nations for see from Kama.
Sure.
Razak Simpson getting 2 goals against Midiama. Then Ediana etne fibo draw to Samates. Mapala or Domapa. Mapala. Then Kotoko losing 3-1 to Heart of Lions. And I had to focus about 0-0 draw. We had top 5 now with the exception of Gold Stars or winning against Swedu or Blacks and over. Teams nina 8 mid drop 4 point. Now, Yasha seem free a year Kotoko Kakra. Over pressure about coach Karim Zito so. And the game against Adriana beat me deciding the fate no. Asemna danger mankind. A bit me deciding. I say league, you know. The last 10 matches, Kotoko 15 points out of 30. Of I am fast win the league Ghana.
15 out of
30. Ghana league na ebon. The last 5 matches. In new unsem 4 matches in the real league. In new unsem sa.
O club ni new unsem.
Debi. E wo unsem be new unsem sa. First 10 or first 30 games in the year. It's what you be pia ojina. Because 5 near the real the year.
Dia kura bibia betime.
Same sisi wo mu no edoso.
No ya dwen.
Inti for Kotoko. Now ofani so aka 30 matches I you be wrong. Because you say paper pa aka 9 matches. 4 na egu achiri ni die. you will see
no yeah nketwa for na
calculation yem fa calculation
okay
4 no inteni that's one power 10 e wo 9 na aka no nti 9 na se medium drop pointer offer can you kwan se kotokolusu at least you reduce the margin what the fa draw brefie that is at worst fa draw bra now for your ball Coach Karim Zito started with Hamzata right back, Joseph Amwa, Samba Ansu. No bo Prince Bedu and Hubert Jew, Ewun Finfin. And Oma anymore obiemu. Clearly you say obi anymore pa. No for the amount community here. Sir, but 4 attackers when you are attacking her. It means that there should be enough supplies. And yes, sir, omugu anymore kwa waste. Zana community. So what the attackers 4 air anymore as the same thing of on the board neighbor. Now the oppo system will fear a factory say normally teams banom no babo fear omu gina chiri
no be set down you be set
back ya nipa bebre we anim ho na watimi abiem but who bit is a lions Coach Bashir Efford will try to prove a point into ono be born end to end obiem kakra no atum so there will be times he will control the midfield and in that time so control midfield no na se umrante na ntimi amwa what the pressure be two defense so akofa asemaba it game ye kwom nyina no we are thinking say coach be san and san no kakra because of between me no mienu etia se waka kyerem se wabodogo morifin donzu ene abetamu a wanima mi shede hu de donzu de ma entika me de me prefer jawu abetamu a now the an additional midfielder ababeka Prince Bedu hu instead of donzu abetamu a Saka Peter jawu ni city deep with Prince Bedu because me who say jawu ni ben penalty box na me who nsan no adwuma kakra dan morphine donzu donzu ni a striker but ubot number 9 for mienu a esese ba akotena ba akoachi ho na ekotena ne yonko achi abetamu na me hu se oben box mu a ne hu morphine donzu so me hu se oben box mu a ye hu yie oba tire ne yenkase ye mbefa ball se kutoko penama 9 oba be fa ball afrim finfin de aba enye obi je fe ne morphine donzu ba wo bo ofia de bia na wo hia be mienu o box mu ntinu ene de wo bo mienu sa na metewase se finfin for ne mfamra. So I was asking myself the question say over why will Kotoko go with this plan and of him de be eba ne sa na who players ni be twitwa penalty box na no corner beba and defending set pieces becomes a problem to share corner mienu panyan me de ahye Kotoko inti the starting 11 of Coach Karim Zito they raise a lot of questions especially we should be say the last time Alliance back Kluma for nyine hu you omu finfina no odin and exactly ba no make us asem so he Ishmelado we are Prince Kwanza over now we should be to say eche doglia born no amrante ni bo finfon ejane ni mo odin nti yem fa Bedu ne nti anya mo say Bedu di yellow cause about so be adwuma bebre wala na eboan ko jawu nya tackle
on the side of player no na so bunu ya too much
ofa ne de no enti obi a ne de ne ye to obi ye no mbata ho ne mbobo ne enko so I think say you need to call post match and say ntofo bisane so coach adenti no yes sir and also say oye wo ba bia ni ne fa oye wo ba second five bova match strategy on make a game management say ehu hia papa now asante kotoko defense no oba kwasi ada ne de o man memne dan de o man ba adwuma o mo be da o ball no o mo buy they came to sleep ball no more da number 1 Kamara over ball na here ball no your fouls be so her highlight ya kotoko yi ya those who ne Lions keeper no call challenge back bi ti se Kamara de na referee ne je your boy ye jema fifo ne de jema awe eni kwan se ye kone saa but saa na ball ne ye bono over tie mi ye pa o ti si akurom ha ye tin honam kwan so a police ni betimi agina ho ebi a obi bia ye ba otimi ka so officer ye nje 10 bi mfa nto akiri ewia na ebo wo ninti no
fatonsu wo na zo hu ne se ya odana se
of a win America on boy on the referee je foul
sure
boy referee je foul he any those who dey ya any the edition for
I will pay ya wa anyo
but eye dey jima home team yen tan je ma away team enya papa o yen ka say ye fo ade no so but ye twem adwe si bibi so
ukwa we afa show trim say
sa ma a favor wa what the referee na say but every time be and your attention should be on say who play to the game and son a referee na bona be enti me kai say Kimfesa match bi o mo ball over o keeper ni bi say ya goalkeeper string and friend no say massa ball ne ba pity ball no enya wa anyi say wo koche no faunsa boom ene de ye hu say wo de abom na friend ni panitikura ya na ye consider ba ya say wo koche no wan timi ansom na re be hwe from na eto from a wan hwe no wan nya referee bi ama na anje ama Kamara boy over eye de referee je fawa onye bone
wanyi so a
yetimi bo enti the first thing you expect
na dey na kan no me on jai ball no mu ana
on it player na koy enti player na obstruct the movement
okay
interfere with arch ball no enti untim say player ni ti no e ka Kamara ansa and I keep so the offer say player ti be ka onsa normally ye be ji ama but the me hwe ne what then na kotoko defenders no no more ye after ball ni be see from no they were caught ball
what be ma pejo mo nsa kra hwe
peja yensa
defend wie
ono
mo numbers wo chire ho
of course
okay
enti ho na me free aba
na tekasa
o yes ade ni we na we nitini de ball Kamara nsa and you've obstructed Kamara because who ti akobo nsa I say of a player be ball shot now do na akobo ne nine what prevent no a foul but a Ghana Premier League ne won sense even a fiempo no e sima referees ni bi di ne bone how much more are we mama 1 minute na how to folk ene a coach Didi Dramani asem ni ho mama asemoma bechimbo no o ma nya ade
hasa nya ade
o ma nya ade ofa
okay
ye fa bibia nto nchen good on say we ni say ana o pamo achitafo no sana on say ofa omunim has ne kotoko omu na senka sa abre no ka league ne ebo no ke be hwa ase on na bia has wo about 21 matches we are talking about 63 points of these two teams are even struggling to get 40 points then can crunch has ne kotoko no over 63 points woman need 40 points has ne kotoko atna say ashe more than they are almost 40% of the points club Kasebe na say no Kasabre has 47 kotoko 46 now kabeba ase hono they must say clubs in Ketwa ni o ma pense clubs in Ketwa de bia ase na omobo no omo half no ma se be half agu back as for there onya almost 75% of the points available
yaba gwanumre but I say Obed Zaki be wie amame after fusu de aduane pa ene ye wo hwe dan na zo wuru usura untumi enko ntia wie ba to so do fonsa ya tete su promo no ane de ma wo nkobatan de ya top team order na ye na ba wedding na ba 0596922066 edo no menum bi wontu num bi unu obusuam no mo ya to ndi sharp imbus ye nkase kwa yare ansa ne anom de biara nom na ma ho komo ne nyade yade bi atwamu a woso nyina damfo no enu nti diabetes ulcer cancer hypertension UTI omo nyina no ekoram ekotobi by calling 0246 2084 96 ma menka wo sɛ Nokia phone wo nso bi kura bia ne ho den Samsung iPhones wie pa refrigerator washing machine microwave blender generator no ho ɛne yɛ kɔfrɛ nkwa so yɛ na mekan ɔto nkrɔbata na peten ɛwɔ adum two no mu ha agya badworo ntwo no mu hɔ adum old me konkofo kan new kajetia hɔ nyina no yɛ de promo no yɛtete so ɛde ama wo bɔmɔden frɛ number yi na kotu bi kɔtɔn 0245 316969 ne kwakura na Zak afa de aka nyina no ɛyɛ Amin College of Health Science ɛna ɛto nsa de afrɛ wɔ yɛsɛ bi no mawie ɔmanya adwuma anya we deɛ admission na bia de atom wo wie pɛ yɛ so sansa wo hwɛ affiliate no a ano ɔden programs ɛyɛ ɔfa no a ɛyɛ diploma in registered general nursing 3 years na de bɛyɛ certificate in complementary health care assistant ɛno nso wode 2 years ɛna ɛbɛyɛ ɛno nti bɔmmɔden scholarship no half one no ɛda hɔ twɛn hostel no deɛ masa nso ɛna afei ma menka wo sɛ facilities no hɔ fɛ papa government na bere bia na kyɛ sɛ yɛbɛkɛse ne yɛso ɔmo soro ne yɛpɛ adwuma ɛde ma wɔ mo Arabic language ne studies ne deɛ ɛne French one no de bia no hyehyɛ no ɛyɛ kama kɔmɔdé tɔ na so asɛm na mekan 0208 209 699 na kyɛ sɛ ɛnyɛma ɛyɛ kama Zak
tiro ase yɛdu sɛ menkanta sɛ ɔkyea wɔ sɛ mako sisi a ɔsɛ menkanta sɛ ɔkyea mo na ɔsɛ ɔte office a ɔmonitor program no paa nti ɔsɛ menkyea mo nyinaa tino wada bi ɛni wamfa bia nka ɛndɛ frɛ no wowia no afrɛ no fast na waka kyerɛ no tino wonim sɛ I have issue with kwan Karim Zito ɛfa so ɛyɛ n'adwuma recently tino in modern day football coaches no ɔmo hu sɛ ɛnɛ mum saa 4-4-2 no ɛtwa mu tino ɔmo sɛ coaches no ɛbɔ biom ɛtwam because every team needs a lot of numbers in the middle when in possession and out of possession. Enti ukobo abet amwani donzu omu bi no betimi operate as a number 10 to even come deep to help you are in trouble, especially against Out of Lions. Okay, last week when people were after Kotoko Basake and Kotoko idea them say what ben what is it? Sometimes we say resource it change how you see your team. Unya football there, I don't know football. I say we team sha. No there I watch it but ball any basketball kuma say no. Nyame nko asa ada to ni dia o ka say o ka nyame nko ada ka nyame nko because first half no na basketball team we Kotoko. And lucky for them, Kotoko nya penalty. And almost share first goal. Then it took individual brilliance. Who said the goals that Kotoko scored? No, I'm one. Goals in individual brilliance. And almost share. But performance was poor. How quite of our share team no team as a team are more money. Na uko Lions uko Pandora. Was a team na a team that was dominated in the middle by Pascal Nkumase. Tino was a media called Pandu. Ekosia Donsune Bonsu Asogli elephant saying Ishmael Saka Dada Ishmael Adu. Okay. Meka modern. And ye especially I make no obedi dinkomo. San man nipa me no bomb for no. But yeah, virtually need any tackling because personal what he lacks in his game, they say he on your beauty a progressive ball. 2, he's not able to switch play. Who say I say team what move or ball come turnover on team Becky and long ball from Korea say he tackles very well. No what ball not all. It's not what Jonkwa. Ultimately, I never hear so eti I'm sure that no but why no why because they have to let us know why he hasn't played for almost more than 2 months in here. Omo bolo they do attachment on bobo I want to bra attachment dey bia omo won bi since I so go now altercation with the Amza on this story. Oh, okay, I'm going to Amza think I done into qua blues, I done blues. I'm going to be on the bench. So why is he on the bench? Kotoko pay him this amount of salary every month. Meanwhile, Kotoko needs people to play in the middle. Set Koto at bench wearing. Mobi.
Also bench.
Also bench Obi. I got to go only 2 months for this against Lions away. How is it possible? I think that Zito also a problem. No coaching no.
Also the
no coaching no problem which also shena o Tino, you buy a baby na Minya I'm say, dear. Tino, a million and a poku, a million ketwa. And I say, Miss Gloria, a idea of 1 year power on a brabo.
Okay.
It is a Miss Gloria, and I would say, your favorite videos, and I wish Miss Gloria. Happy, baby. Miss Gloria, Nanapoku, and I say, Yamuao. Yamwana na wish you happy birthday and fa fidi we so and fa ma.
Then the father to us na me fa we nu na.
Wa
obeku.
Ai na o se kofinti. Killer na ye frɛ no kofinti. Ene na woda nti obeku se ye mfa ma no. Na August Nwusu. Mr. August Nwusu ono wo Italy. Free Evelyn entwi ho. Na ede bae ono so se ye mfa ma no. Na pa former Hazaka CEO now a Dubiasi CEO from the Namankwa or say a nay pa and so awoda park of abo.
Okay. But I say danger and now Florence appear do not friend Mamma Fia Abidjan Quanta ho and now Bapawo and Yami Wisha na Tonkom and for my and the last word they sorry no and now birthday I call their man Mrs. Benedicta a do Bendaluchi managers or no and a general managers. A head office Accra, where Samara Company Limited. Birthday wish if we could do Francis AJ and I will show special birthday. You know, no way. Now it was your 4. Yan for the Akanino and my news team no movie pa. Na the hotel show or repair to Eba Abetuaso. You best have be more 4:30 near Baby on Highway Sports. Good afternoon.
FM